Kleppers Corner. Today in the news, August 21, 2025. Welcome back to Kleppers Corner, folks, the show where the news is bleak, the jokes are cheap, and the only thing more fragile than democracy is the NASDAQ. Today, August 21, 2025, the world is serving up a sampler platter of chaos. We've got Israel rolling tanks into Gaza, Russia dropping missiles like it's Black Friday, Wall Street panicking because maybe AI isn't magic after all, Trump putting sanctions on judges because who doesn't love a president with a personal vendetta against Lady Justice? And oh yeah, NASA's decided climate science is boring and would rather focus on building condos on Mars. It's like the news sat down and said, how can we turn the entire planet into a group project where no one's doing the reading? So buckle in, this is going to be a ride. Segment 1, Israel invades Gaza City. The Israeli Defense Forces have officially launched a ground invasion of Gaza City. And when I say ground invasion, I mean tanks, troops, and enough shells to make Michael Bay jealous. Gaza City, densely packed, barely functioning, is now under the equivalent of a giant military boot. Israel says it's targeting Hamas, but civilians say, hey, we live here too. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians are fleeing and aid deliveries have almost collapsed. Out of 1,800 trucks expected this week, only 250 got in, which is less humanitarian mission and more DoorDash drivers stuck in traffic. The UN is calling it deliberate famine. Amnesty International is calling it deliberate starvation. And Trump, he's calling Netanyahu a good man, a war hero. Because apparently in Trump world, the guy who bombs Iran and shells Gaza is just the new Captain America, only with better hair plugs. And here's the kicker. While this is happening, Israeli teenagers are refusing to enlist. Imagine that, a generation looking at their country's choices and saying, yeah, no thanks, I'd rather be grounded for life than grounded in Gaza. Meanwhile, 80 Orthodox rabbis have publicly said Israel has a moral duty to stop mass starvation. You know things are bad when rabbis are basically writing open letters that translate to, have you tried not starving children? Segment 2, Russia's missile barrage in Ukraine. Russia just unleashed nearly 1,000 drones and missiles on Western Ukraine. Yes, Western Ukraine, the area closest to Europe, aka the neighborhood where your Airbnb has lace curtains and Putin just threw a brick through the window. One of the biggest targets, a US-owned electronics factory. Russia didn't just bomb Ukraine, they sent a Dear John letter to American business. 6 workers were injured, and Russia basically said, hey, Washington, your factories are our dartboard now. And all of this comes right after Trump, Zelensky, and Putin had peace talks. You know, peace talks where the goal is usually peace. But apparently, in Putin's dictionary, peace means launch missiles before dessert. Ukraine's response? Build their own drones. Cheap, effective, made in Ukraine. They basically turned into the Silicon Valley of defense, which is impressive but also terrifying. Because while we were all worried about TikTok being a national security threat, Ukraine's out here saying, we built a drone in a garage and it just shut down half of Russia's oil supply. And let's not forget, Trump's giving Netanyahu full support while half paying attention to Ukraine. So Putin sees a distracted America and goes, perfect, time to bomb their factory. It's like robbing a 7-Eleven while the clerk is too busy yelling at a kid for stealing Slim Jims. Segment 3, the AI bubble bursts. Wall Street is having an AI-induced panic attack. The NASDAQ dropped 7% this week, the worst since April, because apparently AI might not be the magic genie everyone thought it was. Turns out 95% of generative AI projects are failing. 95%, that's not a bubble, that's a scam, or even the scammers are going, wow, this is embarrassing. Sam Altman from OpenAI says there's bubble fear. Ray Dalio says valuations are dangerously high, and MIT says AI can only do about 30% of office tasks, which makes me wonder if AI can't even finish a spreadsheet, why are we handing it the keys to the economy? Some companies are already backtracking. Klarna rehired humans. Workers are saying, yeah, AI is overhyped, which is ironic because every time I use AI, I get 14 wrong answers and 1 creepy poem about my cat. And investors are nervous because Chinese companies can build AI models for a fraction of the cost. So not only is AI failing, but it's failing expensively. Imagine buying a Lamborghini and then finding out your neighbor's Honda Civic runs better, cheaper, and doesn't accidentally write Shakespeare fan fiction. Segment 4. Trump sanctions the ICC. The Trump administration just sanctioned judges, yes, judges, from the International Criminal Court. Their crime? Investigating U.S. troops and Israeli officials for war crimes. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the ICC is a, quote, national security threat, which is a bold claim because last I checked, judges in robes weren't exactly storming Normandy. France is furious because one of their judges is on the list. The UN says this undermines international law, but Netanyahu, he's thrilled. He's like, finally, a president who hates judges as much as I do. And here's the problem. If the U.S. says international law doesn't apply to us, guess who else gets that idea? Russia, China, every dictator with a shiny hat. Congratulations. America just handed out get-out-of-jail-free cards like they're coupons at Bed Bath & Beyond. Segment 5. NASA ditches climate science. NASA's new chief says the agency is cutting Earth science and pivoting to space. Translation, forget studying climate change, we're building Martian Airbnbs. Funding for Earth science is being slashed by 50%. No more tracking greenhouse gases, no more satellites measuring global warming. Because apparently, if you can't see the problem from space, it doesn't exist. This is happening while CDC scientists are being laid off. So yeah, less climate data, fewer disease experts. America's new motto, why fix Earth when we can screw up Mars too? Scientists are furious, calling this a brain drain, and they're right. If you cut the people studying pandemics and climate change, you're not just ignoring science, you're actively unsubscribing from Planet Earth's survival newsletter. Segment 6, the economy, corruption, and Musk. The economy's flashing warning lights. Jobless claims are up. Walmart missed profits and retail's weakening, which means if Walmart can't sell cheap socks, you know people are broke. Meanwhile, Trump is threatening Fed officials, refusing to fund solar or wind projects, and pushing tariffs on Europe. Nothing says economic stability like yelling at the central bank while banning renewable energy. And in corruption corner, NYC Mayor Eric Adams' aide is about to be indicted again. At this point, New York politics is less the West Wing and more the Sopranos with parking tickets. Oh, and Elon Musk is facing a class action lawsuit for allegedly running an illegal lottery with his America PAC. Imagine buying a raffle ticket and instead of winning a toaster, you get spam emails about cryptocurrency and an indictment. So, what do we have today? Israel invading Gaza, Russia bombing Ukraine, Wall Street realizing AI might just be Clippy with a God complex, Trump sanctioning judges, NASA ghosting Earth, and Musk being Musk. It's a world on fire, literally and metaphorically, and the U.S. is playing whack-a-mole with global crises while blindfolded, with Trump holding the mallet upside down. So buckle up, America. Tomorrow's headlines are probably being written by an unpaid AI intern in Beijing. That's today's Kleppers Corner. Stay sane, stay skeptical, and if anyone offers you an AI-powered stock tip, just buy gold. Or better yet, buy canned beans.